OTC Decoded. What's the most interesting or unusual project you've ever worked on, and why did it stand out?
I've worked on many different projects, but I'll answer in my engineering career. The project that stood out was a project that I did in the pilot plants with liquid extraction. It stood out because you don't get to use that technology often. It's not a technology that many people worked on, but I love liquid extraction. We had to separate the phenolics from hydrocarbons, and we had to use two different types of solvents and eventually separate the solvents, have a closed loop, bring the solvents back, and try to get good recovery and good separation. Someone in the university had a patent on it, but we had to take it to the next step, to have closely piloting, to optimize a few things, and eventually that research led to the plant being built. And that to me was an amazing opportunity, and I really enjoyed to see the process from the R&D stage, the research stage, right through to the commercialization of the technology.
Sure. There've been a number of interesting and unusual projects, but perhaps the fire damage rebuild of the Secunda plant, the Secunda Synthol plant in 1989. That was just all challenges. Everything was a challenge. The plant was offline, and trying to get it built up again. That was incredible. I can relate another fire damage project, which was when a large processing column caught fire, and we were offline for 30 days, and we replaced a portion of the column. I was the responsible GMR 2.1 appointed engineer, working with the project team, and with that project won Project Management International Award of the Year in 1995. And it was an incredible experience to see what can be done if the budget's open and people are open to innovation and suggestions instead of the normally tightly controlled, highly regulated environment. We managed to do it all legally, but we did all the strange, all the fascinating, all the innovating things. It was amazing to be part of.
The most interesting project was the soda ash project that I did quite early in my career. And that, was like a 3-year stint, including the design up to commissioning. But the interesting bit was there was nothing on the site. So everything had to be designed from village to water treatment to process plant, all the utilities. And that was, I would say, the best grounding for my engineering, because it covered every aspect from continuously stirred reactors to boilers to turbines to calciners to material handling. And it was a very interesting project. And in 2019, I was actually part of the OTC team that did a technical due diligence on that plant. So after almost 30 years of operation, the plant's still running well. So for me, I think I can be very proud of being part of that design team for that plant in Botswana.
I would say the detergent alcohols plant, which we did in Secunda very many years ago with Sasol. And it was everything with Secunda obviously has got a different twist to it compared to the conventional processes. So there were a lot of problems to overcome. So I started with the project right near the beginning and went through with it until it was a functioning business. So yeah, there was a technical twist to it that make it stand out, but for me personally, it was more as regards the people and relationships. Okay, this was more when it was being established as a business, but Cecil had then bought Condea, and I was a product manager, and we had other product managers also in the field. So there was someone from the States, people from Italy, Germany, and China. And it was just the different ideas and different thoughts and how people worked together that really made it interesting. And, you know, you come more to a global view and an appreciation of other cultures and how other people do things. So yeah, with all the difficulties and that aspect of it, it really stood out for me in my career.